Hello and welcome back for another fell racing video. I've got quite a busy week coming up with 2 races and a hard training session planned, all within 4 days. I'm interested to see how they go because I'm not really willing to give up any of them. It's becoming increasingly difficult to balance the training load and do well in the races I want to do, get some hard sessions in and recover in between. But anyway, the first race I've got coming up is the Charlesworth Chase, which is an out and back route in the Yorkshire Dales. Starts outside the Craven Arms and goes up to Simon's Seat before coming straight back down the same way. Nice little BS route at about 5 miles I think, and 350 metres of ascent. There's a change for fell races. It actually starts with the first mile or so being flat or going downhill, and then an extra quirk, which I don't know whether I like or not, is you got to down a pint on the finish line before crossing the line. But a race and a pint for £6, absolute bargain. I came 12th last year, so I'm looking to make an improvement on the time that I did of about 44 minutes. I don't know what I'll do to my position because it all depends who else turns up. And the next race I've got a couple of days later after that is the second instalment of the Harrogate District Summer Race League. That's another 10k road race on an undulating course. I was pleased with where I came last week when I did that, so really looking forward to this one. But yeah, a couple of days in between races is not ideal. Just back in Nigg Gorge, getting a few easy miles in on a lunch. But I'll probably return on the day of the Charlesworth Chase.
Is that leading us up the hill?
Charlesworth Chase?
Yeah. But you've got the clock on the back of it. Yeah.
Drink at the finish. Please pick the one up you ordered. You might feel like you don't want beer when you get back, but please drink it anyway. Leave your drink on the table. Do not run into the finish line with your drink. And keep away from me when I'm doing the results. So don't keep wandering in going, where did I finish? But other than that, have a great run. Right, go on then, off the drop.
Starting off going downhill made a lovely change for a fell race, but I started off far too quick. Realising this, I eased off a little bit and slowly got back a few places. It's a stunning start running down to the wharf and through the woods for a mile or so before the climbing starts. As we started to climb, there was a bit of moving around the position, and I think I'd got down another couple of places, but still in and around the top 10, which is where I wanted to be. As the climb continued and the terrain became a bit more technical underfoot, I slowly started to work my way back through the pack again. I was giving it my all to stick with someone, and would then find myself going past them, focusing on the next to drag me along. The weather and scenery was sublime, but all I could do was focusing on keep going. probably just a little less than a kilometre from the turnaround point, I met the first place coming the other way, who had a 90-second cushion on second place. This guy was seriously quick. Counting the places coming the other way, I was surprised that I'd managed to climb up back to about 5th position. Just before I started the scramble up to Simon's seat, I felt the first twinge of a stitch. Coming down the other side, I was now running into and through oncoming traffic.
Well done, Craig.
I really wanted to let rip down the flagstones, but the stitch was really starting to bite now, and I started to lose a few positions. I continued swapping position with some, while others were able to open up a bit of a gap. It was really rocky underfoot here, making it impossible to open up fully.
Right. Shit.
As we got further down and back into the trees, the gradient increased. The stitch had eased a bit now, but the soles of my feet were in bits from hammering down on the hard dry earth. I was starting to really suffer and losing more places, but was determined to keep giving it everything I had.
Thank you.
Hitting the flat at the end is an absolute killer. You've knackered yourself going up and down, and now you need one final push just to get to the finish. There are a couple of guys on my shoulder at this point, and we continue to swap places a few times before the final home straight into the finish and the pint on the finish line.
Go on, Scott Thomas! Come on, get on back there!
Well, there's none else to hurt.
Come on, Scott. Come on, man. Harrogate, what's your number? 388.
Well done, mate.
Number off Callum before you can get that sheet. Right, sorry, can you carry on in the finish?
So, what number are we up to?
I was really going there.
Oh, English is doing the running. Right, well done.
Bloody hell, that was hard work. Did quite well going up, but just for the top I got an awful stitch. And for the first, I don't know, mile or so coming downhill, it was just in bits, which must have cost me a bit of time. And then the mud claws, was too hard, too dry for them today. And just slapping down my heels there. Heels are in bits also, so interested to see where I came. Couldn't quite see the list when I crossed the line, but well, top 10 I don't think, not far. Go on guys, keep pushing. But yeah, glorious day. Not quite as hot as I feared it might be, which is a bonus.